What's up, guys? Matt Smith here from drum281.com. Thank you for joining me in my part one of many Building a Beat series. Today we're going to be talking about quarter note and quarter note grooves. Get you up on the kit, get you playing some grooves. Let's get started. Now the first groove here is based around quarter notes on the hi-hat, snare drum, and kick drum. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing two sound sources at the same time for each beat. For instance, on count one, if you look at the music, we're going to be playing a hi-hat and a bass drum together, just like this. 1. And then on count two, what we're going to be doing is playing our snare drum and our hi-hat together, just like this. Notice that those counts, or those notes, are played together. There's no unevenness. You don't want or you want them nice and tight and together. So let's hear how count one sounds into count two. Just like that. Now if you look at your music, counts 3 and 4 are the same thing. So 3 would be that bass drum and hi-hat. 4 would be the hi-hat and snare again. Let's hear the whole groove, all 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, very good. So if we move on to groove number 2, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding our bass drum to every count now. So the snare drum and the hi-hat stays the same. It's just on counts 2 and 4, we're going to be adding a bass drum. Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, sounds good. Let's move on. Count number 3, what we're going to be doing is adding in some eighth notes on our bass drum. Now remember, eighth notes, unlike quarter notes, we can have 2 of them in one count. Quarter notes, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and eighth notes, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. The and count is on the upbeat, okay? Like if you were tapping your foot, 2, 3, 4. When your foot comes up for the next count, that's the upbeat. That's the and count. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. You just pretend that's my foot. It's my foot hand. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So on this groove, on count 3, we're adding in an eighth note on our bass drum. Okay, so 3 and. So if we count the whole groove, it'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now that and count on the bass drum is all by itself, so you're not playing a hi-hat or a snare with it. Let's take a listen. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right on. So count 4, we're doing the same thing, but what we're doing is we're moving where that eighth note lands. Instead of on 3 and, now we're going right after 2, right after our snare drum, and leading into 3. So now we're going to have 1, 2, and 3, 4. Like our previous groove, that and count is just going to be on the bass drum. Let's check it out. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so the next groove here, what we're going to be doing is adding more eighth notes on count 1 and then we're going to go back to like groove number 3 and add those eighth notes in again on 3 and. Let's take a listen. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. so the last groove here today is we're going to keep the one and then we're going to do like we did on groove 4 and do that lead in into 3, the and 3. So we're going to have 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Boom, boom, pat, boom, boom, pat. Let's check it out on the drums. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Right on, guys. So with those grooves now, what you can do, once you get the hang of them, start speeding them up, playing them on different cymbals, for instance, like your crash cymbal or your ride cymbal. Practice, practice, practice. Always keep it tight. Make sure those eighth notes are landing where they're supposed to be. Work with a metronome. That will help you keep it solid. And I will see you guys on the next video. Be sure to check out www.drum281.com for more video lessons and part 2 to this series. Take care.